This will be a walk around video for the 2009 BMW K1200LT motorcycle that I have for sale. It's a 2009 with 47,500 miles on it. I intend to continue riding it almost daily, so that number is going to go up a little bit every day, maybe 30 or 40 miles a day. I bought this motorcycle in May of 2021. That's correct, 2 months ago. It's now July 7th, 2021. I bought the motorcycle. I fixed the things that needed fixing on it. I had it reviewed by a BMW service tech at my local BMW dealer. They performed what was called a pre-buy inspection service, where a BMW tech takes the motorcycle out for a test ride, and they also go over all the major components, the tires, the brakes, fuel system, all of that. And this motorcycle got all green check marks on that report. I have that report that you're more than welcome to see when you come to look at the motorcycle. I also have a VIN history report. There's no accidents indicated on any of the history of this motorcycle. Some of the features that I think people like on these bikes: it has the xenon headlight, it has the highway pegs, highway bars, whatever you want to call them, that lets you put your feet out if you want to change riding position a bit while you're on the road. I didn't use them that often, but they are there. It has the BMW Motorrad Nav 3 device here. I use that more as a speedometer and a compass than I did a navigation unit, just because it's so old. The map data is out of date and I didn't want to update it. I also added this RAM mount wireless phone charger. I used that on my iPhone 12 charging on the trip. I went on a cross-country trip on this motorcycle. I rode it 6,100 miles in about 3.5 weeks, and I took a week off to visit family. So in just over 2 weeks, I rode this motorcycle 6,100 miles, and it performed flawlessly. It's a wonderful machine. Some other features: it's got the passenger's armrests here. I think these are the better ones. They're a bit more sturdy, I think, than the ones that have the cylinder here with some little tube looking arm. I think it just looks weak. But this one, I think, has the better armrest. So if you got a passenger in mind, there's part of their comfort. It's got the rider's backrest. I did not use that on my trip. I don't need it. I'm more comfortable without it, but it is there. The previous owner added this custom LED brake light at the license plate holder, which I think is pretty cool. It really lights up when you brake. So you've got that brake light, you've got the built-in standard brake light, and then there's the third brake light up here with the cargo rack. There's the antenna. The previous owner chopped the antenna in half. It still works. The radio tunes just fine. I think he just didn't want it to have as much height. I'm not sure why he did that. I took that antenna off during my trip because I needed to put a cover over the motorcycle. When I was traveling out west, there's a lot of dust and sand that blows around, so I kept her covered up overnight. There's these. The previous owner also added these turn signal indicators, turn indicator lights by your legs, so you do get a little more visibility to the side when you use your turn signals, and everybody should be using their turn signals. What else? Feature-wise, I think that about covers it. I'm including lots of accessories with this. I'm including the RAM mount, obviously. I've got a BMW factory OEM battery charger. It's their trickle charger. I'm unsure why, but everybody says you need to be using a BMW specific battery tender trickle charger, so I did. I replaced the battery while I was on my trip. This motorcycle, when I purchased it, had an 8-year-old battery in it, and that battery gave up the ghost on my trip. And so around June 19th, I believe, I put a BMW OEM battery in, so it's got a brand new battery in it, less than a month old. You know, everything works. The only thing I know that does not work is this rear right speaker as you're facing in the writing position, this will be on your right. This speaker does not work. It doesn't produce any sound. So all the other speakers work. The radio works, the CD player works. It's got the LED little flashlight, they call it a torch. And there's the CD player and radio unit right there. Dash view here. It's a 12-year-old, almost, it's a 13-year-old motorcycle for all intents and purposes. It was manufactured in January of 2008, even though it's a 2009 model. So it's not flawless. If you're looking for a flawless motorcycle, go to the BMW dealer and pay $29,000 for a new K1200 bike. That will give you the features that this one has. It'll run you about $29,000–$30,000. This one is not that much, and it's a wonderful machine. The engine runs great. I will start it up and let you hear it. Just changed the oil today. So that's the 2009 BMW K1200LT for sale.